Hi everybody, this is Ryan and lesson 7 of working with JavaScript. In this lesson we'll be learning about the ternary operator. This is one of the decision making mechanisms in JavaScript. Very useful. It allows us to make very simple decisions, either yes or no decisions, true or false decisions. So once again linked to an external JavaScript file, and I have a div where I can do some output. In my JavaScript file I have my anonymous function again and a variable to output information to my div tag. So I'm going to use the example of deciding if somebody is a child or an adult. So my definition of an adult will be someone who's over the age of 21. So a ternary operator would be something like this. We'd first do a comparison to see, is this age larger than or equal to 21? Then we would add a question mark and we would assign a variable. Maybe we could use the block and we could say adult. Then you say colon and you would say child. So the way this works is, remember, a comparison would always result in either true or false. So if this is a true, the statement after the question mark is executed, not the statement after the colon. However, if this is false, the statement after the colon is executed and not the statement after the question mark. So only one of these two statements will execute. Either the statement after the question mark will execute or the statement after the colon will execute, but never both statements. Let's see what happens. Right, it tells me this person is an adult. Why? Because 50 is larger than 21, so therefore the statement after the question mark executed. If I change this to a 5-year-old, then you could see that it's now a child, not an adult. So this is a lot more user-friendly than just printing true or false to the screen. Now the user knows exactly what we're talking about. This whole statement can be shortened a little bit further, because in both the true case and the false case I'm assigning a value to the inner HTML of block. So I can abbreviate this whole thing just by saying block.innerHTML equal to, then do the test. Is age larger than 21? Question mark, in other words, the true condition will be adult and the false condition will be child. So in this case, it's a child. 55-year-old person would be an adult. So you'll agree that this is much shorter than the first method, the first step. So what this is saying is change the inner HTML property of the block, in other words the div, to either be adult or set the block.innerHTML to be child, depending on whether this is true or false. The reason why I like this statement so much is because it's one line of code, and in one line of code you can make a decision, a yes or no decision. This can also be written in an if-else statement, but that's a lot more lines of code. So for simple decisions it actually makes sense to go and use this ternary operator. Saves a lot of space, saves a lot of time, makes your code a lot more elegant and efficient. And this ends our lesson in working with the ternary operator.